What y'all think the 2023 Underground Album of the Year was, bro? Out of everything.
So it's finally that time of the year, and y'all kind of got the idea how this works by now. 5 singles, 5 EPs, and
the Underground Album of the Year 2023. 5 singles, 5 EPs, 5 albums. Dang. You gotta drop 5 albums to get that? In the Underground Album of the Year? I say For All the Dogs. By who? Drake? I know Drake.
And this year we'll be doing 10 albums. There's just way too much music to cover this year. But as always, all of the projects / singles have to be released this year, no exceptions.
I don't even remember all the Underground people that dropped last year, bro. Y'all think they got a ooh foo foo for this? I ain't finna do no ooh foo foo though. That's gonna take too long. Is Lucky Underground? I don't consider him underground no more. I ain't gonna lie.
Even has the distant idea to comment it. Lucky, Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson, nor Ye are underground anymore. Grow
exactly, yeah. They don't really count no more. They don't count no more.
Up. But seriously, without further ado, let's dive into the official Xtiv 2023 Rap Verified Underground Album of the Year EP and single tier list. Let's go. Coming in at number 5, for single number 5, we have Net Spend, Shine in Peace. Now let's be honest, he had to make at least one spot on this list, and I think this track deserves it. While overall I won't act like Net Spend is some sixth eye wielding music deity, he's also by no means trash. And at only 16 years old, he still has a ton of time to grow his sound.
So if he's by all means trash, and he's number 5, what does that say about the listing?
Further, and I mean you're lying if you think the song's not like slightly groovy.
No, we gon' get him, be like, I can't even lie, like this the time, and we gon' shine in peace. I think she knows we getting rich.
Thank you, Mr. Spend. And now moving.
I think it's just, bro. I think it's just beats, bro. It gotta be, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It gotta be just like beats, bro. I don't know, bro. It's like his beats just like very. I don't know.
Moving into the 4th place on my list, we have Glock 40 Spaz and Dirtball. I
forgot about
Day
Glock
to Day
album, bro. I ain't listened to that album. I thought you was talking about that one album, bro.
Now, there's not too much I can say about Glock that I haven't already said before. He's one of the most like talented / raw artists out of this whole new generation. But Dirtball, on the other hand, has to be one of the most like confusing artists I've ever listened to. He's one of the only artists that I know that can make me like laugh my ass off while also bopping my head at the same time.
I went up so fast, they think I sold my soul. And I got so much weed and I ain't even touched the boat.
Thank you, Mr. Dirt. And now moving into the 3rd place on my list, we have Corey Lingo and Lil Shine with Desire. And I mean, this song legit belongs in like a Plug and B museum, with 2 Plug and B legends both killing the verses back to back to back. And if you really haven't given Corey Lingo a chance by now, you're seriously missing out on some of the best vocals and harmonies in the underground period. He's one of a kind.
And I really know they cap, I know it's flawed to summarize. Keeping that bleed topped off, I don't wanna have to pop off.
But either way, moving into the 2nd spot on my list, we have Osama. But either way,
if I look at him like this, I'm not thinking that would be his voice. Is that Corey? Or is that Lil Shine? If that's the dude that just sung, I would not be expecting his voice to be sounding like that, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I would think of some Key Glock type of sound.
Way moving into the 2nd spot on my list, we have Osama Sun and Osanta with Pickup. Now, I honestly had like 300 different hard Osama songs to pick from this year, but this song just has an insanely smooth and eerie instrumental, along with both Osanta and Osama giving really insane, like low-key, heartfelt verses that both slap and kind of want to make you tear up.
New G200, got brand new money. Let's see, I just got muddy. Back just drop like lovely. I know farm bitch won't fuck.
Damn. And now finally, coming in at the number 1 spot on my list, we have Summers with Free Do / Can't Do It. And I mean, like, Reno is just in his element on this song. From really diving into the problems going on in his family, talking about depression, losing close friends, suicide, and even...
I didn't say nothing. I said with a nit. With a nit. I could have said with a knitter. You know what I'm saying? I didn't finish. I said with a nit.
A well-done rejection to Jace's apology track, Man with the Plan. This just whole song with context is just actual art. Now it's time for us to move on over into EPs. And now coming in at number 5, we have Autumn with Before Golden Child 3.
That was beautiful. I gotta give it to Autumn with that one. That little EP right there is beautiful, bro. Ending with the remorse too, that is perfection, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, perfection, bro. That's probably one of the, man, that was probably one of the most heart-touching Autumn songs I probably felt Man.
And I mean, like, it's Autumn. He never like really misses on a before tape, with pretty much all 4 of these tracks being solid, but the real standouts are Recollections of Fame.
It's not a regular G. You think I'm a regular style?
That one's hard.
This one,
the
and
remorse,
especially
bro, the remorse.
The remorse.
Even though you was getting shot at, boy, I wish I was with you. Fuck call the PD, cause they kept you that.
Which, in all honesty, might be one of the smoothest songs I've ever heard from him. And now, moving into the 4th spot on my list, we have Jace with Celestial 2. Now, at a certain point, I'm convinced Jace might be AI himself, because I genuinely don't understand how he manages to drop 17 projects in a year while also handling the cover arts, promotion, and sometimes like even the production. However, this project Celestial really stood out to me with the production from Cullen, which just is insane all throughout. Especially
Jace be streaming a lot, bro. I be forgetting he a music artist sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Every single day, I got Kick on my phone. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. I got Kick on my phone, bro. Every day I get a Kick noti from Jace because I follow him on Kick. Every single day. And it'd be like 4 times throughout the day. Like, I don't know if he goes live, then ends, then goes live, then ends. Like, bro, he goes live 4 times a day.
Tracks like Feel 'Em Again.
Money came in, it's immaculate, little baby. I'm on that rapper shit.
Thank You God.
A long way. She don't wanna come along.
In 2017.
I gotta get back to Jace, bro.
She don't wanna fuck me.
Really just ethereal. But either way, moving into the 3rd spot on my list, we have Smokin' Skull with Smoke Carter 2. And Skull to me really...
I bet I can go on there right now, he's streaming. How much you want to bet, bro? I don't even think I'm logged in. His name is like Top Kid Alias. How much you want to bet he's streaming right now, bro? How you spell Alias? How much you want to bet? Can't make this up, bro. He's literally like here every you're never gonna miss him, bro. That's one streamer you're never gonna miss being live, bro, ever.
He is honestly one of my favorite artists when it comes to experimenting on different instrumentals. With his sound and flows always swapping around, but still keeping a unique sound that only really like Skull can replicate, especially with tracks like Rock. Haha. And especially Fast Life. Either
that one not terrible, but like I don't know those other beats. I don't know. I just can't really hear his voice like clashing with it. I just can't hear his voice really combining with the beat, bro.
Way moving forward and
Bro, the Kamira music video was so stupid,
coming in at the 2nd place on my list, we have Yapo JJ with The Evolution of Zer. It would have been an actual crime against humanity not to include him due to just how massive of a year he's had.
I'm not really crazy into the underground as I was back in like what 2021, 2022, bro. I don't know. I'm not crazy into it, bro. It's like it's so many people now, bro. I can't even keep up.
2023. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a bit late to him. I didn't really start understanding his sound until like late 2022. But when it clicked for me, it really clicked. With Yapo easily being one of the best, if not the best, experimental artists in the underground. With his sound pretty much changing like bi-weekly at this point. And even if this project is a little basic in terms of just how wide Yapo's discoggraphy is, it felt wrong not including it. Especially when you have such classic tracks like Supporting That.
She tell me everything about who she is, no supporting it.
Trying.
She really trying, oh my god, she really trying.
And obviously 1-0.
I don't know what niggas mad for. She said I'm acting like an
Thank you, Mr. Yapo. And now finally coming in at the #1 spot on my list, being probably one of my favorite bodies of work this year in general, we have Jades with Ghetto Cupid. And in all honesty, Jades to me is probably up there as one of my favorite artists I've found within like the last 3 years. And the only reason I've ever heard people give around me for not enjoying Jades is his voice, which confuses the hell out of me because I think his voice makes me like fuck. With Jades, as always, keeping his sound insanely fresh.
I feel like I'm gonna keep it a stack. Even back when I did the Ox battle, with Josh, and I got Jades on my thing, and he doesn't drop on his discography, like his like catalog or anything like that, bro. I really had to figure that out, bro. Like I genuinely had to figure that out. He genuinely does not like drop. You know what I'm saying? He genuinely does not drop.
Experimenting while also delivering some just banger tracks such as Lay Low.
Gotta lay low. 2 hoes when we got tango. 2 shots when me I stay calm. Rap nigga love my name or song.
And Undercover.
Undercover been my swag. Number 9 end up dead. I kept it all to myself. soft out the pill off this truck.
And he also kept delivering on his classic sound with tracks such as Damage.
Baby sipping Hennessy and poppin' Zans. Yeah, you different, you from a different.
And Heart.
No, you been through so much, see that shit in your eyes. You want someone to love, but I'm just not your type, and you swear that.
And keep in mind that all 4 of the songs I just showed you are also on a project with the same song. And before anyone mentions it, be realistic. If I judged all of these artists off of moral character, I'd just have to delete my channel. There's like no way out of it. But with all of that said, I think it's time we move over into the long-awaited album of the year section. But first, let's get some very honorable mentions out the way. And how I'm going to be doing this is by first listing out a subgenre that the albums in question kind of semi-relate to, and then I'll recommend albums that I enjoyed this year with that same like style or sound, if that makes sense. Starting first with rage, or really just loud bass-heavy projects. This year, some of my favorite projects in this genre were Eject by Bandana Saint, or even Hard Rock with One of One. Next, if you're looking for a slower plug-in beat-based project, I'd recommend Friendy with Healing Music, or obviously Summers with Stuck in My Ways. And switching over to a different sound, if you're looking for more of like an ATL based trap sound, you should probably check out a project like No Mo Free L5 and obviously Glock 40 Spaz.
No, I hated that album. I ain't gonna lie. No offense, Glock, but Took the Biggest Risk was a bad album to me, bro. It just wasn't Glock. It wasn't like good Glock to me. I ain't gonna lie. It just wasn't good Glock to me, bro. And Took the Biggest Risk. I ain't like that album, bro.
Took the Biggest Risk. Next, if you're looking for a project for more of that dark plug or TDF 30 Perk 40 sound, check out projects such as TDF's The Blueprint or 1AM's House Party. And finally, if you want to get a little freaky, some good alternative projects that released this year, I'd recommend the High Seas, Left 4 Dead, or Too Hollis with 2. Okay, well that was a lot of music, but finally, without further ado, let's dive into my top 5 releases of the year, starting first with Lil Shine with Lovesick. And if you know how much I love Shine, that's probably a little surprising to see him this low, but to be honest, this project was just a little too short for me to feel good about putting it above the other projects on this list. But nonetheless, I'm still really glad that Shine has decided to stay in like the plug-in B lane and not try to take over and be the king of versatility like it seems like everyone wants every single artist to be. Personally, I'll take an artist that's just really good at one sound rather than like none at all. But either way, this project, as always with Shine, is really consistent with tracks such as One Last Time, Alone.
That song kind of remind me of Tana though. I don't know. Did that not remind y'all of Tana a little bit?
Obviously, Gene So. Which puts it only slightly behind another plug-in B artist project that released this same year, being Autumn with Golden Child 3. And calling this an album doesn't even really feel right because this project kind of plays out like a movie in all honesty. Spanning out over 24 different tracks and being almost entirely self-produced, this is just like prime modern plug-in B Autumn. With also a lot of new elements and sounds being thrown in from time to time, this whole project is just like a really good listen. With some of my personal favorite tracks being tracks like God's Child, Them You, and If It Means Anything Too. All of which, in my opinion, were executed almost perfectly, but not quite as perfectly as the third place on my list, which belongs to Shay with Closed Captions. And oh my god, was I not expecting this project. Originally, when I heard about a Shay drop, I was excited, but wasn't like really expecting something like this. With this project consisting of just banger after banger, along with some of the best production I've heard in an insanely long time. And although I get that overly distorted, semi kind of unmixed instrumentals might not be everyone's favorite, if you can just give it a little bit of time to grow on you, I'm sure that you can find like more than a few classics off this project. With some of my personal favorites off this tape being tracks like Fangs, Schizo, and obviously Soul. Okay, now finally coming in at the second spot on my list and bringing me yet another insanely difficult choice, we have Isaiah TG with Alexandria. And Zay just like really moonwalks all over this project, with the production, vocals, and flows being easily some of the best we've heard from him in quite a few years. And in all honesty, the only downfall of this project is just how long it is, because 27 tracks is a little insane. But nonetheless, with that being
27, man? Oh my goodness, 27? Bro, that's like an hour and 30. Come on, bro. I feel like all of the better, like higher replay value type of albums, they always hit at least like a good 50 minutes, bro. Let's be honest. Amazing replay value type of albums be hitting like a 50 minutes to an hour, bro. Anything over an hour, bro, I feel like the replay value just starts going down, bro. And that's for anybody, bro. I ain't even just saying for no underground people, bro. That's really for anybody, bro. I'm sorry. Albums just get, bro. You're telling, bro, I can't, bro. Like certain albums, bro, that go over an album, bro, go over an hour, their replay value is dirt. Like, no offense to people like Lil Baby, bro, but I haven't listened to the Lil Baby album since it came out. His last one that he dropped. I ain't gonna lie. And that joint was kind of long, bro. You feel me?
Being said, he most certainly hits way more than he misses on this project. And with it also being Isaiah, he experiments quite a few times on this project, and it lands like insanely well. Especially on tracks such as Cauterized,
No, we can't do no song. Ay, except for my pistol, leave me alone. Ay.
Mac and Cheese,
Cause I got the check, cause I bring my banger. Your hoe call me Izzy, my hoe call me Zaya.
and obviously I Eat Humans.
Ooh, goddamn it, I got too hot.
But now finally coming in at the #1 place on my list, and likely surprising no one that's decent at math, we have Osama Sun with Osama Season. And for anyone saying that Flex music is better than Osama Season, you're actually kind of right, but this project was just too important to Osama's career not to include it. Now, I've known about Osama for quite a minute, since probably around like mid-2022, when he was still rapping on mostly Perk 40, Bully, and 30 production. And I've known he's had a lot of potential, but sadly, for some reason, the masses really haven't adapted or maybe not seen enough TikToks to that style of production yet. And although he would get a pretty solid buzz off tracks like CTSV, he wouldn't really start going up until when he eventually swapped it up to what we got on Osama Season, which is when he started going up just like crazy, with tracks such as X and Sex, Lil O, Workin', and a personal favorite of mine being Anti. All of which slap, but after he did switch it up, boom, hundreds of Twitter meat munchers and knuckle draggers just calling him a clone of Ken Carson. Now, obviously, is there similarities in this new style? Of course, especially on tracks like Cutta, you can certainly hear it. But I'm pretty certain people just hear the loud ass 808s and instantly just start shooting off clone allegations like left and right. Which, if y'all really want to get into the weeds of it, X was popularizing this exact sound and aesthetic nearly like 8 years ago on tracks like In This Business. The point is, it almost always goes further back, and I mean, this is like the point of music in the underground in general, is to take pre-existing sounds and just add on to them even further. And I know most of it's just coming from like Twitter people that don't really exist in real life. Either way, it's still annoying to see an artist who, in my opinion, has like a crazy amount of potential to blow up even further, kind of get boxed in and like kind of caved into like one sound like that, even though I think he's pretty damn versatile. And that's why Goose Creek's Top Shooter has been awarded the 2023 Album of the Year.
I still would have said DC the Don, you know what I'm saying? Even though he really didn't drop too much. Did he drop an album last year? I don't even know. But, you know, hey, that's not me dick riding. That's just me saying, you know, give my boy a little bit of props.
Video
Would y'all consider him still underground, though?
Thank you guys for watching.
I would consider him underground, yeah.
And obviously, let me know down below what y'all's favorite album of the year was, or if you guys think I missed any kind of artists I should check out or anything like that, let me know down below. As always, all of my socials will be linked down below, so if you want to keep up with me, just check that out. The next video on Glock 40 Spazz's Lost Discography should be out.
Good video, Brody.